Good morning, dear friends, and how are you today? Wherever you're to in the world, I hope it's a lovely day, internally and externally, of the soul. My name is Paul Murphy, still, and this is another poetry recital. I realise I'm just reiterating all the things that are in the title bar, but nonetheless it does set the scene, huh? I had a message yesterday come through. Hello Sarah, wherever you're to in the world. Thank you for your message, asking me to do my preparation better so things aren't sliding all over the arm of the chair here. To do another reading of some of the material from Painting Rainbows Out of Tears, and so that's what I'm going to do here. You knew from the title bar that's what I was going to do, but you didn't know. It was a request from a very nice person called Sarah. I should point out that no one is asking me to read anything from Dark Christ, the complete lyrics, which came out, I think, a week ago, and is now officially my worst selling ever week of release title. I realise that that's probably a bit of overkill with me having 3 books come out in 1 week, and the material, I mean, it's a lyric book of 4 albums that were guitar based, and because of the nature of the material I've got no live versions promoting it. But 11 copies? Really? But anyway, so we will do Painting Rainbows Out of Tears, I thought, which maybe it's just the cover, I don't know, but of course the Painting Rainbows Out of Tears material is probably more dark than the Dark Christ material on Mass. But it does have, because it does have the Kurt Cobain, the Kurt Suite, as it was known back then, that I never did anything with. But it was a series of works that were inspired, impinged, almost forced out of me by not the Kurt Cobain at the time incident, but it was following the release of the MTV Unplugged album. In this day and age where all sport by the internet, where everything comes through at the click of a button and we know what's going on, but back in 1994, apart from the Rome incident, nothing came on the mainstream media, and you just had weekly newspapers, music papers and everything. So when we all knew what had happened to Kurt, and it wasn't really a surprise, just how it happened, you know, no one expected him to see 28, unfortunately, and that is a terrible situation to be in, because you kind of, you know, if everyone's expecting you not to be around much longer, I guess you kind of, if you're a performer, you just want to play up to the audience's expectations. Not all the way, but you only need that tiny little percentage when you're in there. But when we heard, how do you sleep? Where did you sleep last night? I was juxtaposing it with John Lennon's How Do You Sleep? And you could hear the pure pain, and that's where that came from. Hey, let's just get on with the material, huh? Put some glasses on here, and I have to readjust my can't see diddly with these on, but I don't look quite so bad when they are on. It's very early in the morning here, and I've left the windows open. I thought I'd have some ambiance. Well, that kind of ruins the ambiance. Of course, it's the school run is just taking place. But I guess you can probably hear the sound of like 10,000 sparrows and robins and blackbirds chirping away in my garden. Everyone always says bird song is, you know, so sweet and everything, but I do think occasionally that if you could translate what they are saying at the moment, it would come out as, never mind the videos, mush, get some food out here, you know. No, I didn't write the Kurt material in order, so I'm going to start with Views of Love #1, Scars, and then go back. But in the book they are presented in the order that I wrote them. So, Views of Love #1. Scars. How much do I need? Come and see me bleed. Want to stay the night? Just turn out the light. Want to see my pain? Here it comes again. Don't try to relate. You've left it too late. I'm afraid of finding you won't wait. Regret I get. Please wipe the slate. See the scars. Who do you prefer? Hurry home to her. Can the children come? Just leave me with one. I don't need your help. I don't like myself. What about your vows? Where are they to now? You've stolen more than I'll allow. New day one way, and sacred how? See the scars. How much do I take? Everything I make. When I'm feeling faint, won't you show restraint? Every door is closed. Every wound still shows. Every word is true, except those sent by you. You tell me everything you do, no buts, deep cuts. I'm overdue. See the scars. Views of love, number 2, identity. Tell me who I am. I don't give a damn. Tell me who to be. I hate being me. Tell me when to go. I don't want to know. Read me all my lines. I wish I was blind. I've run till I've run out of time. I'm whipped, I'm stripped of all that's mine. Tell me what to say. Who'll care anyway? Show me what to write. I might die tonight. Show me where to look. Which page in my book? Pick me out a name. No 2 days the same. I've hated and I've burnt with shame, amazed and dazed by all this fame. Which part should I show? Say it isn't so. Who am I sleeping with? Anyone who gives. What crime did I do? Wasn't I with you? Who'd they come to see? Everyone but me. I'm chained to people who are free. It's true I'm you, but who is me? Views of love, number 3, loss. What else can I do? Can I come with you? What did I let go? More than you could know. Wish I wasn't born to this world of scorn. Who's the enemy? Guess he must be me. I've looked till I'm too tired to see, obscure, a horn on entity. How long left to live? How much more to give? Who laid down the laws? Who'll die for the cause? How upset am I? Too upset to cry. Tell me what to play. Who should I betray? Each step takes me one step away. I've lost my cost. It's time to pay. Just reach out your hand. I will understand. Don't apologize. I saw through your lies. Don't welcome me back. It's your new attack. Is it time to leave? bet you no one grieves. I'm lost inside a land of thieves, my word was heard, but not believed. Views of love, number 4, death. Give me one last kiss, sleep, paralysis, rape me as you will, I have lived my fill. Show me beauties new, then I'll stay with you. Let the dance begin, feel the drugs kick in. I scream, release me to the wind, ignored, what more will save my sins? Mummy's gone to hell, Daddy's there as well. No one left alive, now the moment's right. You don't see the signs till it's closing time. Now the hour's late, meet me at the gate. I've faced myself and seen my fate dismayed, betrayed. Now I can't wait. So that is the 4 views of love, which was basically the starting place for the Kurt suite, and then it went on. As ever with me, I sat down and I wrote 75% of the material. It runs to about 18 complete pieces, but they are not watered down, but I took them a wider area as I progressed with them. Those ones are direct into it, and you can tell, and you can pick up the references to Nirvana songs in that. I do apologise. Shh. It's my furniture I'm talking to. It's creaking like there's no tomorrow here. As I always say, I'm being heckled by furniture in front of me and heckled by birds behind me. There's a hint I should take. Anyway, let's just come off the platform and get back onto the train of thought. You can see the references to Nirvana songs in there, apologies, song titles, etc., and the situations around that. Again, I must stress, if you're having a bad day, I have a feeling the ceiling's going to fall in on me any second. Well, let's keep watching, will it? Then, if you're having a bad day, the cure for a bad day is tomorrow, folks. I promise you. I wrote those songs, and you can see, I won't give too much away, but I may have been in some dark avenues myself at some points. Eventually some headlights appeared, and one gets out of the tunnel. Everything is due to time, okay? And if tomorrow is worse than today, just wait for tomorrow's tomorrow. Auret's Ballad. You heard the lies they were telling, saw the false dreams they were selling, watched as they lay inducements at your door. The messages they were sending, ever hurtful, never ending, unrelenting, until you sighed no more. You were ice, you were fire, you were first to reach the wire. You rose above all those you left behind. You were there, you were gone. You took the sounds and the song and left your shadow dancing eternal in our minds. You wore the rumours and distrust, for imputation cloaked with lust, whispered warmth into the teeth of the storm. Too pure to pretend, so you left the boulevard of innuendo, leaving mongrel dogs to moan, disciples to mourn. You were ice, you were fire, you were first to reach the wire. You rose above all those you left behind. You were there, you were gone. You took the sounds and the song and left your shadow dancing eternal in our minds. I just realised that the photograph that accompanies that hasn't come out very well. Well, I guess it's okay, but Auret's ballad is just as an example of how songs progress and change and evolve. So that existed as, that was a piece, again, relating to Kurt Cobain, but around that situation, someone else that was lost to us. You were ice, you were fire, you were first to reach the wire. But that was all there was of it. And then I read a story recently, and just in the last couple of weeks, about a young girl that was making, I think they're called ASMR videos, because people were saying, it's like living in one of those 1970s disaster movies here. Half expect to see Ava Gardner running through in a minute, being chased by Charlton Heston, Steve McQueen abseiling down the window outside. But I expect that every day. So how's that for optimism since they're all dead? I read this story about a young lady that made, oh yeah, that's what I was saying, because people started writing me, your voice is very ASMR-like, and I thought, I have no idea. Asthma, is it short for something, you know? They've misspelled asparagus. But to get back to the point in question, while there's still some video left, this young lady was making ASMR videos to soothe people and help people and make people's lives just better. And she was being bullied online. I'm only going on what I've read, but there's the case histories are there. And she just said no more. And so that piece there, Auret's Ballad, which isn't her real name, it's a kind of an anagram. It's a pretty poor disguise. So I was able to take the Kurt Cobain chorus and marry that to these verses that I wrote about online bullying. You left the boulevard of innuendo, which is, you know, what I'm referring to the internet as there, you know, where people just sit there and type up something that, you know, that must be true because they've just typed it up in the instant and others will believe it. And that's how songs can go like that. So you can take those through and put it down through. Now, two injustices don't make a right, but one is able to highlight bullying, and then it becomes a wider piece. Well, the ambiance is kind of ruined now by the 5th Air Force flying overhead. So I'll wrap this up. Because a lot of people are suffering badly from internet bullying and harming themselves. And if you're affected by internet bullying, I mean, I have seen one of my beautiful children reduced to tears by it, just trying to play his game. Well, firstly, if you're doing it, don't. Why would you do it? Why would you want to do it? You obviously hate yourself, and don't lash out. Don't lash out. just think a good thought. Easy as that. If you're reading something that upsets you, well, either write a valid criticism or stop reading it, you know. Lots of things that get me that way. I write songs and I keep myself on a level playing field like that. You have no idea. I could play you a video recording of a telephone call I had with a so-called child welfare officer from a school that took place just a few days ago. And I was spitting bullets, and I would have loved to have made it public and put some comments down there, but I translated it into a song, and that's something positive that goes out there. So please, don't write anything nasty to people, just write kind things. And if you're affected by internet bullying, then stay away from those dark alleyways. It's difficult, but it passes in time. Don't sit in there tenaciously and getting into this back and forth and back and forth. Write something nice to someone and then take their compliments coming back. The only reason I'm making this video is because I had a nice comment from a nice lady called Sarah today. The Air Force has gone past. What else shall I do from here? I'm trying to find something in this book that is just a little bit upbeat, but there just isn't, you know. You wouldn't want to be in a room with me in the 90s, that much is pretty certain. Although I was writing comedy stuff at the same time. Let's plow on. I stayed a stranger to myself. I'm so sorry, I'm distracted by all the birds. Heckling. I will feed you soon. Don't make me come out there and sing to you. Hard to fly with your wings over your ears. I stayed a stranger to myself. Ain't that the truth? Stumbling down the empty sidewalks of my mind, playing funeral parlour politics all the time, kicking open the coffin lids to see what I could find. I found many things, but I never found me. Taking all the chances most men turn away, suffering aphonic because there's nothing to say. I detoured around my senses to see where I would lay. I saw many things, but I never saw me. Violence in the churches left me with no doubt. Once the dam is broken, the river rushes out. I courted spinster silence to hear what she spoke about. I heard many things, but I never heard me. Fleeing through dense forest thoughts with my life in pursuit, she led me to her cabin and fed me forbidden fruit. She made me know her family who wore blood-stained suits. I knew many things, but I never knew me. Cradling 16 wishes, I limped down to the lake. I watched the corpses floating and asked, what does it take? The disease's sensitivity was always my mistake. I learnt many things for all the good it did. I don't know whether that came out on the film there or no when I read it back, but a huge bumblebee came in and prowled around. Spare me a prayer. Old men are talking about the glory of war. They never learn the lesson of what went down before. There's nowhere to hide the dead, but you better make sure. Even in the White House, there's powder being sniffed. The engines are well oiled, but they don't disclose what with. When it's hitting obsolete, then send it as a gift. They push you to the wall, then turn out the lights. Spare me a prayer, dear. I'm going out tonight. Counting out the widow's tears, you can learn of loss. I was outside your window, view blocked by lust's frost. Flexible responses, yes, but look how hard the cost. The bottom line's in red, but is it blood or ink? Governments are blind-eyed, leading us unto the brink. It's difficult to accept, and it's too late to rethink. They push you to the wall, then turn out the lights. Spare me a prayer, dear, I'm going out tonight. No one can save us now that we've transgressed so far. If the wise men could see us now, they'd shoot down the star. Slay another saint today and blame your avatar. They push you to the wall, then turn out the lights. Spare me a prayer, dear, I'm going out tonight. Oh, that's right, I'd forgot that. Now I'll put this one in because fond memories are flooding through my mind. I guess you can tell from the look on my face. So the book actually ends on Anita 3, and I was very surprised but also pleased when I've still got sidebar, I've still got 3 whole A4 boxes of lots of lyrics to go through. Time. I couldn't have found them even 15 years ago, could I? No. Had to be right when I'm down to just my last few days on the planet. Thanks a heap, buddy. I was very pleased with that in the midst of all this turmoil material, and this isn't even as dark as, some of it, there's a cauldron of insouciance that is quite excoriating the soul left in some of those boxes. I don't want to put it out there. As an artist, you kind of feel you have to. As a father, I don't know. We'll see. Just a quick message to my beautiful children. Dylan, if you are watching this, don't unless you are 18 years old. And just there you are there, and there you are at 10 weeks. But literally 10 weeks, not 10 weeks old, but that's you there. Brewing nicely to become the most wonderful human being that you are. So I was very pleased to find, in the midst of all this cacophony of despair and angst and anguish and pain and grief and emptiness, I found Anita 3. But the thing about Anita 3, when I came to type it up, because I've been singing it for 20 years, and it's got this lovely jaunty melody. Daddy's talking, okay? Anyone want to buy a ring light? Again, it's quite a harsh lyric, but this is the advantage of music, you see. This is why music doth soothe the savage breast. I know, I'm making up my own quote on it before you type it. But it's got this gorgeous melody to it, even though I say so myself, So it's G, D, C, back to the G, and then the breaks are A minor, but it's A minor diminished, up to a C, C augmented, and back up to a G. And you're just playing, so the tonic inside it is mainly a ringing G chord, or a G note all the way through it. So it's got it's a very nice melody to it. And then that I saw, I will try and recite it, approaching that melody. Anita 3, for the truly wonderful Anita. A little spoiler alert here. Why is it called Anita 3? Oh, if I had £1 for every time I'd been asked why that song is called Anita 3, I'd have about £5. but I'm going to rob myself of future income from it. The lady's name, I guess after a quarter of a century, it doesn't. The lady's surname began with the letter V. She's a really, truly wonderful French lady, and still is, I have no doubt. One of the greater human beings who have trod this wonderful world of ours, passing just warmth and exuding goodness wherever she went. And so I didn't want to call it Anita V, so I changed it to Anita 3. And it goes like that. I watch you from a distant shore, wondering who could love you more, dreaming like I did before it got this late. You move just like a ballet queen, sweetest thing I've ever seen, dreaming of what might have been if it were not for fate. And you talk like a nightingale, you make all the night stars pale, dreaming that I never failed, knowing that I have. There's nothing I can offer you, only love, but that won't do. Dreaming all my life for you, but dreams are all I have. Your satin smile stirs the darkest heart, and your subtle grace causes time to stand still. You can take the night and make the daylight start, and cause the poet's eyes to fill with tears. I walk home through the lonely night. I wish I had the strength to fight, dreaming things would turn out right, but no, they never do. You could dance in an angel's shoes. You're the mystery that no one proves. Dreaming's where I never lose, and I love someone like you. So, thank you for your time and your patience, dear friends. Wherever you turn the world, think only good thoughts, and especially think only good thoughts of yourself. You matter. You matter a great deal, more than you know. So, goodbye from West Campbell, bye from Mr. Elephant, goodbye from well, it's not a dawn chorus anymore, it's a early morning, where's my breakfast chorus, and au revoir from me.